working, working in Jet Trust. Uh, Thanks for the opportunity. Now I am deliberating my PPT about crop models on food and nutritional security. Next. Introduction. In our India, 70% of families depend directly or indirectly on agriculture. In traditional agriculture, before the Green Revolution, farmers used to grow all the essential crops needed by the family in their own fields. Because of this, there is very little buying of goods from outsiders or grocery stores. At the time, fertilizers and pesticides were prepared and used with various types of leaves and nuts from locally available materials. The all farmers' families rearing cattle and used dung and urine as fertilizers and pesticides. Due to this, the cost of fertilizers is very low. Chemical-free farming results in healthy crops. Farmers use the crops they grown for the needs of their families and give part of the harvest to other cats in the village. It used to be a tradition to give a share of the harvest to the barbers who cut hair, the washermen who wash clothes, the carpenters who make agriculture implements, the Brahmins who perform puja, and the gurus who teach their children. Similarly, under land system, a part of the crop was taxed to the government. Landless laborers who worked in farmers' fields. They were also given a part of the crop instead of money for their work. Due to the presence of such social commitments and social values, everyone in the village enjoyed food and nutritional security. After the advent of Green Revolution, there were huge changes in the above mentioned social conditions. Monocropping is replacing multiple crops, cash crops, instead of food crops. Prioritizing food security as well as nutrient security is at risk. Due to this, the farmers also started to depend on others for everything. The farmer has lost his independence due to his dependence on everything from seeds, fertilizers, tractors, and planting and harvesting machines. In addition to the above mentioned problems, another big challenge is that farmers show reluctance towards agriculture. Even farmers with 5 acres are leaving agriculture and migrating to non-agricultural work. Educated people are going to cities with little regard to agriculture and are working as hotel servers, gatekeepers, and salesmen in shops. 50, 60 years ago, parents used to impart basic knowledge to their children in household chores and occupations. They also give practical training in their home. There is no such situation now. Parents are taking strong decisions that their children should not do agriculture like them. They should do white collar jobs that they don't have to work hard. There is no denying this. But if we think about how agriculture will be done in the future, you cannot feel fear. Now we are going to introduce some crop models. That is one of the very good crop model, Mana Panta, Mana Vanta. Our crop, our cook. In such situations, Every family needs to focus on their cropping and their cooking. Everyone had to think every family needs to set aside at least half acre of land for their family. Food crops should be cultivated. Otherwise, we will have to face severe problems for food in the future. Although many families in the middle towns do not have agricultural land for themselves, they are growing vegetables and fruits in their backyard and terrace. The landowners are growing crops on half an acre or quarter acre of land to meet their household needs. Many natural agronomists and farmers are making models of crops and making them aware of how to grow crops 365 days. Let us talk about such cropping models. The most important of the total food security model is the Annapurna half-acre cropping model, which was developed by Jattu Trust 15 years ago. This pattern is a tree-based cropping pattern. This cropping pattern starts with a three-storied trees. In the east-west direction, we plant trees that provide more shade at a distance of 36 feet. Trees that provide medium shade at a distance of 18 feet. And trees that are short-lived and yield income for 6 months at a distance of 9 feet. We plant only 36 feet of plants on the south-north side, due to which there is no problem sunlight to for growing other crops like vegetables, pulses, oil seeds, and grains. The land is never left empty as other crops are planted under crop rotation before the end of the cropping season. This results in a variety of crops that provide continuous income, and the ground is always covered. By this, we can save our earth too. Next, we are going to talk about Bhulakshmi, leased land. Bhulakshmi is another good crop model for food security and health security. As landless laborers are farming on leases of acreage, it is called as poorest of the poor model, also known as leased land model. Since it is a leased land, long-lasting trees are not planted in it. If the landowner asking his land, then he has to give it back. So this model is unique. Half of the half acre of land is planted with vegetables and the other half with sri paddy. In vegetables, part of the land gets one or two crops every day, so there is a permanent income. ATM model. Meanwhile, in Anantapur, the ATM model has gained prominence in the 20 cents of land planted by farmers. Greens, vegetables, beets such as carrot, beetroot, sweet potato are mainly grown and get high income. Matota Jeva model. Another good example of total food security is the Jiva cropping system implemented by NABARD under the Matata program. The main program is to bring the orchards already planted in Matota to full natural farming system. In addition to this, by planting different types of intercrops in the plantation, the income of the farmers is tripled. This program has already been implemented as a nationwide pilot program by NABARD and good results have been achieved. Team Trust has worked as a partner organization in this program. I am presenting this case study for you how a farmer who has implemented this Jiva program has achieved food security and health security. Name of the farmer Tadangi Bangar Raju, father's name Tadangi Luddu, age 42 years, village Gorada, Arjamu Gram Panchayat, Mandal GL district Parthipuram, Manyam, state Andhra Pradesh. The goal of the farmer Bangaraju is one of the Wadi Matota beneficiary under Wadi program supported by NABARD. He has 1 acre barren land. He was benefited by the Wadi program with 40 mango, 44 sapota plants and 100 teak plants and 50 custard apple. But his aim was to grow nearly 50 types of species crops in 1 acre plot. So he planned to plant 50 more species of agricultural and horticultural crops in his body land. Now the barren land turned into fertile land and producing good yields. Crops grown in the orchards. One is mango, second is sapota, pomegranate, guava, jackfruit, orange, lemon, papaya, banana, tamarind, plantain banana, coconut, red banana, cashew, custard apple, teak, bamboo, curry leaf, drumstick, pepper, hill broom, pineapple, ridge gourd, yam, sweet potatoes, colocasia, chilagadadumpa, ginger, turmeric, rose, sampangi, crasandra, chrysanthemum, lily, bottle gourd, bitter gourd, pumpkin, perennial chili, annual chili, tomato, brinjal, marigold, bendi, amaranthus, sorrel, maize, jowar, red gram, little millets, cowpea, gherkin, etc. are growing. Net income for the year 2023-24, 1,36,000 rupees. Second case study on Annapurna model. In half-acre of land, the tribal women farmer cultivating Annapurna since 15 years. Bidika Arudra is a woman farmer from Lankajodu village, Valasapalleru cluster, Kurupa Mandal. She started growing red gram in half-acre of land. After deducting all expenses, she got 15,000 rupees net income from red gram. That to trust CRPs while explaining natural farming methods, saw the dry land of MS Miss Arudra and advised to establish half-acre Annapurna model with natural farming methods applied in it, which will generate more income. She learned that by establishing the model in half an acre, except for the salt, all the requirements of the family, such as vegetables, fruits, pulses, millets, oil seeds, can be obtained from the model. First of all, she leveled the dry land and land was prepared. Perennial plants like mango, cashew were planted 36 feet apart. Sapota, lemon, pomegranate, guava were planted 18 feet apart. Curry leaf plant, papaya and banana were planted 9 feet apart. Teak plants were planted around the farm as live fencing. Bedwise, different crops were grown. Example, bed 1, greens such as amaranthus, gongura, palak, etc. Bed 2, vegetables like brinjal, tomato, okra. Bed 3, colocasia, tapioca, sweet potato, carrot, turmeric, ginger. Bed 4, sri ragi, cowpea. Bed 5, red gram, sorghum, etc. Bed 6, pulses, mustard, all around planted creepers like ridgegourd, bittergourd, bottlegourd, littlegourd, etc. were planted. She, along with her husband, work in that field 2 to 3 hours a day. They spray Dravajivamritam every 15 days. Within 45 days, they got their first harvest from Amaranthus. Throughout the year, 365 days, they got some yield by planting crops in such a manner that crops can be harvested one after the other. In the first year itself, they got a net income of 35,000 rupees. In second year, the net income was 42,000 rupees. From third year, harvests from fruits plants started coming. From that year, Arudra's income increased year by year. From all the crops, she get an annual income of 63,000, including own family consumption expenditure is only 6,200 rupees. So her net income is 56,800 rupees. These are the success stories of various crop models. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pari Naidu, for the detailed presentation. Now I will take up some questions.
Okay, madam.
Yeah. So, first question is, what is food and nutrition security?
Please tell me again, madam.
What is food and nutrition security?
Nutrition security means the farmers cultivating in their crop models. They cultivating all types of crops like fruits, vegetables, pulses. So every day they are getting 1 to 3, 2 to 3 crops. They are using for their own consumption. Balance vegetables uh, sell to the other farmers. So they are getting some money from them also.
Okay. And what are the main challenges to achieving food security?
Main challenge is government promoting chemical fertilizers. In Andhra Pradesh, the government of Andhra Pradesh supplying uh, chemical fertilizers and pesticides to interior villages also. So the farmers neglect their cattles, and they're habituating to use these chemicals. This is the main challenge in our area.
Okay. And how can small-scale farmers contribute to food security?
Actually, these models are developed for the small and marginal farmers who have no lands they will take lease from the big farmers. They are cultivating. They are cultivating government under Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty, supporting lease money as loan. The small farmers, small farmers means POP farmers, poorest of the poor farmers, taking loan and uh, taking loan from the government and taking lease land from the big farmers and cultivating this type of model. Who have small hordes of land, uh, they were trained by the RYSS, రైతు సాధికార సంస్థ, and our NGO, Jattu Trust, giving residential training to the farmers, how to develop this model, how to cultivate all types of crops. So, many small farmers and minor farmers in tribal areas, mainly tribal areas, cultivating this practice since 17, 18 years.
Okay. And what are some effective food distribution models?
Hello?
What are some effective food distribution models?
Food
Food
distribution models,
distribution model.
these are food distribution models.
Yes.
Okay, these are all food distribution models. All Matota, Jiva, Annapurna model, ATM models are for are specially designed for the food security, food and nutritional security. So this type of models giving regular food material for the families for every day. Hello?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And
Yes,
how
madam.
do government policies affect the food and nutrition security?
Yes. In Andhra Pradesh, actually, government of Andhra Pradesh supporting food security of the minor and small farmers. They promoting natural farming. 10 lakhs of farmers cultivating natural farming agriculture in Andhra Pradesh. The recent government also promised to expand another 10 lakhs of farmers in Andhra Pradesh. They are giving training support. They are giving training support. 10 thousands of uh, farmer mentors, farmer scientists trained by the రైతు సాధికార సంస్థ, and they are going to villages, hilltop villages, interior villages, and they are giving training, and hand holding support to the farmers. In tribal area, 95% of fields are rain-fed areas. In this area, we require not only our Jattu test, farmers from the tribal area, rural area, they required uh, irrigation structures, irrigation water. If we provide, if the government provide irrigation water, they will cultivate 2 to 3 crops in a year. Then they will 100% having food security and nutritional security. Another thing is there is no cows, cattle, cattles in rural areas also. If the government give cattle and cattle sheds and to promote Jeevamrutam, Gana with the help of local SHGs, self-help groups. In every village, Mahila groups are there. If the government support to the SHGs, they will prepare natural fertilizers and they will give to the farmers with less price. Then this natural farming also uh, promoting in everywhere and food security and natural farming. There is a interlinking. If we cultivating crops with natural farming, their health also improve. So government will support to the SHGs to promote to preparation of these type of fertilizers.
Okay.
Okay,
And
madam.
yeah, what role does education play in improving
Hello.
nutrition?
Okay, madam.
What role does education play in improving nutrition?
We also, huh? Okay. We demanding so many people, so many educated people, demanding, asking government to separate lessons, including school syllabus. Since 15 years, we are implementing school to field school program in 200 schools. Uh, Regularly, our staff going to schools and giving theoretical knowledge about natural farming and promoting kitchen gardens in school complex level. So many uh, teachers supporting and since 1 year, government of Andhra Pradesh posted some teachers and writers for preparation of these modules for including regular syllabus of preschool to 10th class. This may be if the government include natural farming in regular syllabus, the students should know the importance of natural farming and they will promote at school level that knowledge will give to their parents and community. After their education, they will choose agriculture as a good profession. So we are trying, we preparing lessons up to 7th class. We continuing our process and will submit to the government Department of Education and asking the support to implement the natural farming in regular school syllabus.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. 1 second.
Hello.
Are you able to hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. What are sustainable farming practices that support
Hello,
food
madam.
security? What are sustainable farming practices that support food
Sustainable
security?
farming means regular. Sustainable farming and tree-based agriculture is sustainable. Like Anantapuram, there is no rains, only 250 rainfall is there. In some other areas Vizianagaram, Srikakulam, Visakhapatnam, in some other districts, rainfall is heavy rains are there, but regular rains are not there. So tree-based agriculture is sustainable to the to
Okay. And how can technology be used to enhance food security? Hello? 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 Okay. As the speaker is facing network issues, we are unable to connect with him. The meeting will now be closed, and we'll share the details along in the listing along with the recording. Thank you.